Okay, I'm not sure if this is, there we go. Cool. Well, this is different. Scheduling YouTube videos. Okay, I'm not sure if this is, there we go. Cool. It's very different. Okay, let me turn that off. Okay. So I'll wait for you guys to hop in here then. This is weird. Tuning in from the gym. I like it, man. Late night workout. Actually, where you're at, it's not even late night. Never mind. Michelle, what's going on? Getting ready to kick everything off for tonight. Got some pretty exciting stuff for everybody today, or at least I think it's exciting. If you're wondering what it is, it's already in the description below. I'm not sure if it shows the description already on your side. I think it does. I'm pretty sure it does. But if you scroll down into this, the description of the video for today, you guys will see what we have going on. Pretty pumped about it. So we will get to that in just a minute. Tonight's talk is just going to be about entrepreneurship, scaling your business, and getting yourself on the right track to making six figures for your agency. We're also going to talk about reinvesting your money, how to generate multiple streams of money, of revenue, so you guys can not only make revenue from your agency itself, but from all kinds of other revenue streams that are out there that have potential. So we're going to go through those kinds of things, as well as, some of the tactics I've used that you guys can use as well. Like, everybody thinks, oh, well, I can't start a school, or I can't start a blog or vlog because I don't know enough about online marketing. Well, that's the best thing. I'm not trying to tell you to start a video or try to start a course or a vlog or blog on online marketing. I'm trying to tell you to start one on just about anything else. I mean, you could obviously start one on digital marketing if you feel comfortable enough to do that. But what I'm saying is, if you don't feel like that's like your true passion, for me, this is one of my passions. So if you don't feel like digital marketing is your passion, but you still want to create an extra stream of revenue, literally just find any other thing that you have an extreme passion about, or something that you really appreciate, that you can take to other people and then try and basically get them to purchase something, whether it be a course or whether it be viewing your content, whether you sell merchandise, whatever that may be. So we're going to talk briefly about that. Let me see what we got here in the comments. Posted on Upwork, and the response has been insane. Yeah, you get tons of response. It's all about finding the quality workers, though. My videos made you cancel the Thai program. Thanks for the comment. That's funny. I mean, thanks. I'm glad you enjoyed it that much. Sucks for Thai, but cool. Let's see. It's not too bad rolling through a high volume back day. Yeah, I haven't worked out in forever, man. It's been like a year and a half since I last worked out. I'm really bad at it right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm missing the gym some, but that is in the plans here when time starts to slow down at a more steady pace. That's what I want to do next, is get back into the gym. I tell my friends all the time I'm like a skinny little guy because I don't have any meat on me anymore. But yeah, Michelle, we're going to talk about crypto for sure, cryptocurrency, and why it's so important, why it's so big right now. So we'll go ahead and lead off with that. We'll talk about Bitcoin. You guys might have seen the thumbnail, has Bitcoin on it. So let me just give you guys a brief. Hey, Sen, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Hope your week's going well for your agency. But we're going to talk about cryptocurrency really quickly. And for those of you who aren't familiar with it, I want to push this on you guys. If you have discretionary income, you need to look at this like this week and next week. That's about the last, actually, but tomorrow will be the 31st. So the end of this week will be about the 6th or 7th, I think. So yeah, you'll want to look into it like in the next day or two. So let me kind of give you guys a brief intro. If you've never heard of cryptocurrency or Bitcoin before, or if you've heard about it but you're not really sure what it is, let me just give you a brief intro. So basically, cryptocurrencies are just another form of currency. It is a digital form of currency. So think of it almost like the US dollar, the Chinese dollar, any other form of dollar out there. It's the same principle, except it's digital. It's a digitized currency. It's not actually a coin. You don't get anything tangible. It's actually online. The only tangible thing you could have would be like a hardware wallet if you bought one of those. But that's about it. So basically, cryptocurrency, it started way back in, I believe it was like mid-90s when these guys first started putting everything together. Another guy came together who is an anonymous coder and developer that a lot of people, they know his name, but they're not really 100% sure. It's kind of weird, the whole story. Anyways, it's not important. Basically, just know that he took all of the versions of cryptocurrency from the 90s and early 2000s and said, okay, we have all this technology, but it's not perfected yet, and this is why none of you have taken off. So he took all of those platforms and pieced together the best parts of each one of their platforms to build what we now have, which is called the Bitcoin, which runs off of blockchain technology. Basically, it takes banks out of currency because it is all decentralized, and all transactions go through what are called data miners or Bitcoin miners, and all those people just ensure that the transactions are going. It's actually done through software. They run all of the software on the back end to push through all of these transactions and algorithms. But basically, all you need to know is it is a form of currency. Think of it like you think of gold on the stock market. Okay, it's very, very similar to the stock market in the sense that it goes up and down on a daily basis with regards to value, with regards to price, and people are trading them all hours of the day. So it's a very, very similar type concept to investing in the stock market. If you're somewhat familiar with that, you won't have any issues getting into that. And even if you don't have, a ton of experience with Bitcoin, it's not hard to learn. There's so much news coming out every day, and there's tons of videos being posted on it online, so you're able to find resources really, really quickly. But why is Bitcoin something you need to get into this week? Let me tell you right now. So basically, here's what's about to happen. Bitcoin's been going on an up spike. Recently, actually yesterday, they hit their second highest peak, which was $6,300 per coin, okay? So what we're looking at is a very, very expensive coin, right? And it's about to get even more expensive. Why? Because tons and tons of more people, even investors from the financial investment markets, are flooding into this market because they see the value in it. It's constantly going up. But there's something coming up in the middle of November called a fork. And basically what's happening is the current technology doesn't support the amount of transactions coming in, right? So they're having a flood of transactions. It's building queues and causing for longer transaction times. And now what they're actually going to do is rebuild the technology and name it something else. So there will be a new name. It's called SegWit 2X. If you guys are interested in looking more at what the new technology will be, SegWit, S-E-G, I'll just type it in here. SegWit 2X. Oh, crap. SegWit 2X. Okay, that's what you want to look at if you're looking for something a little more different. Or not a little different, but what's happening on around November 16th to 18th is when it's projected to happen based on how many transactions are happening on a daily basis. So why is this important to know? Well, here's the cool thing. Me and a bunch of my buddies, we're about to take our investments and literally in a matter of minutes double our money. Okay, how are we going to do that? Well, SegWit, basically, like I said, that's going to be the new coin, okay? And Bitcoin is the legacy or the original old coin. Well, this old coin should, if things happen the way they're developing, will eventually phase out, right? And then this new coin is going to take over. Well, what a lot of exchanges, not a lot, what some exchanges are doing, like the one I'm mentioning, and it's at the link to it, it's called Coinbase. If you've never checked out Coinbase, that's where you can buy Bitcoin. I left a link in the description below. If you are deciding to buy Bitcoin, you can use that link and we both get free Bitcoin just because we're doing it together. So you and I will both get Bitcoin if you guys choose to sign up and spend, I think it's like $100. If you invest $100, you get free Bitcoin. So that's in case you guys are interested in that. Basically, what we're going to do, though, is me and my group of friends and investors that are all in this little industry of Bitcoin, we're waiting for that day to come when it forks. And the reason why is because Coinbase, the exchange I just mentioned, is actually going to give out the new coin. All we have to do is basically show them our current Bitcoin amount. So we say, this is how much, if we have one Bitcoin, this is how much Bitcoin we have. They're then going to look at us and say, okay, Jordan, you have one Bitcoin. We're going to give you one of the new Bitcoin that's coming out because it's exchanging over. So everybody who has Bitcoin gets a free one of the new one. Then our old Bitcoin at that time is still going to have value. So we're actually going to instantly take that old Bitcoin and sell it off. And we'll instantly double our profits because we still have our new Bitcoin that they gave us, which is taking off at the current value of Bitcoin. It's crazy, right? This actually already happened like literally 2 weeks ago. A bunch of people doubled up their money at the fork, I believe almost a year ago now. People doubled up their money. This is basically a proven process where people are able to double up their money using Bitcoin. Not to mention there's another platform out there which I'll bring to you after the fork where you're able to use it to basically lend out your Bitcoin and make 1 to 2% profit per day. We'll talk more about that at a later date. I don't want to get into that just now. That's a whole other topic. But if you guys are looking to make a quick chunk of change, all you have to do is look more into Bitcoin right now. You can seriously take advantage of a very cool situation and quickly double your money. So that's just one quick thing for you guys to be aware of. Bitcoin is a crazy investment. I've already got a few $1,000s invested in it. I've got a book of about $10,000 worth of people invested in it that, I have shown this software to and this technology to. I'm telling you right now, guys, you don't want to miss out on this train. A ton of people missed out on the internet bubble. Like my parents missed out on the internet bubble. They didn't invest in it. I'm telling you, this is the internet bubble of our generation. Currency is going to change, and it's because of the fact that, I'll put it to you like this, and I want you guys to think about this. Bitcoin is doing really well. It's supposed to be the future of currency. Why? Because I can go to Italy and I can buy a coffee with Bitcoin and not have to worry about the exchange, right? I don't have to exchange US to Italian dollar, right? So that makes it easier. Why is that not happening right now? Well, a transaction fee for, that Bitcoin transaction, if I wanted to buy that $5 coffee with Bitcoin, would cost me $6 for the transaction fee. So my total for that coffee would be $11. No one's going to pay a $6 transaction fee for a coffee when credit card companies are charging 20 to 30 cents, and I can pay that way, right? So that's the only reason why this technology is still new, right? It came out in 2008. The newer version of Bitcoin came out in 2008. And people started taking advantage of it then. They were buying it for pennies. Now it's up to $60. It's hovering around $6,100. It's projected to go up to about $7-8 grand before the fork. So that's another 20% increase right there on your investment. There's just so much money to be made in this stuff, and it is the future of currency. This isn't a scam. Bitcoin is not a scam. Everybody thinks, before people will do their research on something, they're quick to assume or quick to jump out at something and say, no, that's not what it is. Do your research before you actually look at someone and say, oh, Bitcoin is just that Silk Road currency that nobody. No, it's not true. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be a legitimate form of exchanging goods, exchanging revenue, exchanging cash, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be the future of currency. So you guys want to look into this now while you can make a good dollar off of it. In the next year, it's supposed to go up to 10 grand, which is double your investment again. In the next 5 years, it's supposed to go up anywhere from $25,000 to $50,000 over the next decade. So I'm telling you, you get in now, in 5 years, you're a millionaire. If you invest enough and if you play it right and play it smart, you don't overinvest, you don't sit there and day trade and throw all your money out. You guys can make some seriously good money just starting off with even $1,000. So that's just something for you guys to think about. I don't make any money off of this. I'm just trying to help you guys think of other ways to invest your money so you're earning multiple streams of revenue and you're able to live the life from home like I do every single day. Like I go to the grocery store sometimes in my pajama pants just because I'm like, I can do that and I want to because I like hanging out in my pajama pants at my office at home. So I go in the store sometimes, but they see me and they're like, dude, what do you do? Because I go in at like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. They know I'm not in college. It's just funny, man, but it gives you that freedom, and that's what I love to be able to have. For me, it's not as much about the money as it is the freedom that I have with my time to do what I want when I want to do it. So if you guys are interested in that, if you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to me after this. My social media channels are all in the links below, so you can reach out to me and ask me questions if you have more questions about Bitcoin. So that's it for Bitcoin. What else do we have on the docket? Oh yeah, another way to stream or increase the amount of streams of revenue you have, blogging and vlogging. You guys, This is all I'm doing. This is a vlog, right? It's me doing video, talking to people about a specific topic. Anybody can do this in any specific niche, but you have to start somewhere. You have to start putting together regular content, and you have to start, putting out the effort to get people interested and make sure that it's actually quality content. The whole reason you guys like my channel is just because it's quality. I try to provide valuable information, or as valuable of information as I can possibly provide, and as current of information as I can possibly provide to you guys. And that's all you have to do in any other type of vlog. You find some way to niche yourself in. And so like with dogs, it could be like training. You could start a video. There's tons of people actually that have video channels on training your dog, because people want to know how to do things for their dog. You guys just have to get creative and think of how you can do it. But all you do is you create a simple website. You start posting blog content to it. You start a YouTube channel. You complement your blog content with YouTube videos, and then you start driving traffic to it. You create a Facebook page, you do all the social accounts, and you just literally build a brand that people want to engage with and want to hear from, because you're either the expert, or you just provide a cool twist to it, or you're fun and engaging. That's all people want to see out of this. And that's really what, has made myself money off of this channel alone. Just the channel itself has brought me money from YouTube. There's the course that I'm doing. There's my mentorship program. There's all kinds of ways that I'm generating revenue off of this, and I'm able to expand even more. So now, I have an entrepreneurship channel. I'm talking to you guys about Bitcoin. There are ways that I can make money off of Bitcoin, by promoting that to you guys. There's affiliate links, there's referral links, there's all kinds of stuff. So that's the thing, and you can literally do the same thing in just about any niche. You could do it for restaurant owners. Like if you have experience in restaurants and you think you know a lot about running a restaurant, you could literally start a channel that teaches people about, how to run a restaurant. That's a very common industry that you could target a ton of people on and do a really cool channel with. One of my future channels that I want to do is going to be a cooking channel. I love to cook, and eventually I want to start a channel where I'm just cooking insanely cool sandwiches, because I come up with really cool ideas for sandwiches. So I want to do something like that, where I create a channel and just do like quick sandwiches for college students or something like that. I'll eventually get to that, but it's not in the works right now. But it's something I want to do in the future, and it's just a way to generate more revenue, so you don't have to worry about going to work for somebody. Why do you want to work for somebody? Just do what you have to do now, and you're good. You're set. I mean, that's it. That's really all it takes. You have to put in the effort now. Most of you are young. Now, I have some older people on my channel, but most of you are in your prime years where you can start taking advantage of all of this stuff. I'm also about to start doing speaking events. If you guys would be interested in me doing a speaking event, or starting to travel and do speaking events in your city, say something in the comments so I can see, what you guys think about that. But I want to start doing mastermind events in local areas near you guys, so that way you can get engaged with me and I can be, more in person with you. I like to get that connection. I like to meet you guys, and I like to see how you're doing with your industry, or not with your, but with your business. I mean, you can ask a lot of my students. I check in on them. I send them messages first saying, hey, how's it going? Are you doing well in this? Because I want to know. I want to know if you guys are actually getting the results that I told you could get. And the best part is they come back to me and they say they have been getting those results. That's what really makes me happy. That's what, seriously, like I just had a conversation with this about this with my friend earlier today. I was talking with them on the phone, and I said, well, we were talking about, how things are coming together, and I'm starting to make some really good money, and just how in a few years, I could be making millions and millions of dollars. And so, we're talking, but I was like, the one thing that I hate is when people get rich and they don't, help the people out who got them there, or they don't help the people out or take their friends with them. Like I have my buddy Ted. You guys have seen Ted some on the Facebook group and on the school and on YouTube some. But, I've always said Ted stuck by me since college. We've been doing this stuff since college. So, I've always said that I'm going to make sure Ted is there with me when I make it. And then I've always said to my, closer friends, if you guys ever need a job in the future, if I can provide that, I want to do that for them, because I want to see them make money just as much as I do. What's the fun in, getting a bunch of money if you're lonely as hell spending it by yourself, or if you're paying to get friends? That's the biggest thing I don't want to do, is have to pay for friends. I want my friends to make it with me and to enjoy their life just as much as I'm able to enjoy mine. So it can be lonely being an entrepreneur sometimes. You're doing stuff on your own. You're trying to build your own thing. You're not going into a corporation every day. So, it's harder to build friends when you're an entrepreneur sometimes. You build networking friends and business relationships, but I'm talking about friends, So it's just that's what I enjoy about what I do, and that's why I want to make more money, is so I can literally help my friends make money for themselves so they can enjoy the freedom of life with me. It's not fun if you're just doing it by yourself. And I've made a lot of friends from you guys, from people who watch my videos, from people who are taking my course and engaging on my page. I have tons of different friends now that I never thought I would have, coming from all over the place, and it's awesome. I get people who message me like, Isaac tried to give me a T-shirt. I wasn't able to meet up with him, but he wanted to give me like a SEC championship T-shirt. I had a guy come on the other day and invite me over to his ice cream parlor in Kennesaw or Alpharetta. I can't remember what location he's in. I think it's Marietta, actually. But he invited me there and said he'd give me free ice cream and free. This is so much, like, it's not even about the free stuff. It's about the fact that these people think that I've helped them enough to want to do that for me, and that's what makes me feel good. Is it helps me know that you guys are getting satisfaction from the information I'm putting out there, and I can't thank you guys enough for what you do for me and for the the happiness you guys provide me, because this seriously does make me happy. I was literally 2 years ago, and about a year and a half ago even, I was working, but I just wasn't happy with what I was doing. I knew I could do more. I knew I could do way more. And I was just working I was running a mediocre business that was, doing well, but it wasn't going to make me the big time that I wanted to be. So, I can't thank you guys enough for making this channel what it's been. And turning it into what it is now. So that's where I want to go ahead, and as a thank you to you guys, what I'm doing for Halloween, because nobody does Halloween specials really, right? Except for people who are like candy or stuff like that. I'm doing a Halloween special for everybody. So if you're interested, basically tomorrow only, everybody who joins the course is going to get $100 off. The first student who signs up tomorrow using the promo code is going to get access to me directly. I'm going to help you land your first client. I'm going to help you with your digital marketing audits, your proposal that you go into the business to meet with them with, what to say in the meeting. We'll have a conversation about that to get you prepared to make the sale. That's the first student. And then the next 4 students who sign up after that are going to get a free 20-minute consultation with me where we talk about jump starting your agency. And if you haven't had a talk with me, you can ask any of these guys that might be in this conversation who have discussed things with me and had a consultation with me. You learn more in that 20 minutes than you do even in a video like this, just because you're allowed to ask questions directly to me and get direct advice on what you should be doing. So that goes out to those 5 students. The first one's going to get the help from me landing a client. The next 4 are going to get free 20-minute consultations. But everybody gets $100 off, and it's tomorrow only. So if you aren't signed up yet, take advantage of it tomorrow. Try and get one of those extra bonuses. I'm telling you, it's going to be worth it. And if you aren't sure, just go to my digital marketing agency help group, the free Facebook group. That's in the link below. You can see what people are saying about my course in there. You can check out my Facebook page, Jordan Steen - Serial Entrepreneur, also in the links below, and see what people are writing. There's tons of reviews on there that you can go check out to see if my course is really worth it or not. But $300 only tomorrow. So you guys, it releases at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, wherever you guys are at, adjust for that. But 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be sending out the promo code to your email. If you're signed up for our email list, it's going to be posted on Facebook. So you guys just make sure you're paying attention to that. But, we're not going to give the promo code out today because it's only tomorrow. But you guys make sure you're paying attention. It's only for tomorrow. Super important. So outside of that, what else do we have going on? Let me check what questions do you guys have? Do you guys have any questions about Bitcoin? I'm currently only working on my agency. I'm just finding it a bit hard to get clients, but I'll get them. Milton, it's all a numbers game. That's the biggest thing I can tell you. If you're reaching out to anywhere from 80 to 100 businesses a month, you're doing well. I try to go for about 200 a month if you can, so about 50 a week, but that's what you need to be doing. I guarantee you, if you talk to 100 businesses in a month, and I mean really talk to them, not like have a meeting with each one of them, but if you get in there and actually send them your free audit or your free information, your value offer. If you give that to 100 different businesses in a month, you will land at least 1, but hopefully around 2 to 3 clients out of that 100. The close rate is about 2 to 3%. In a general sense, not some people are going to take that way too literally. In general, sales close rates are around 2 to 3%. Out of 100 people, you'll close 2 to 3% in general. Now, that can be higher or lower per each person, per each business, per each industry, but you have to actually get a substantial amount of people that you've talked to before you should see. If you've talked to 10 people and you're not seeing results, then you're not doing enough. I've done a consultation with Jordan. He is legit. Thanks to him, I'm closing my first account, 2K a month. That's awesome, Sin. I'm glad to hear you actually closed that deal, man. That's really cool. That's really cool stuff. I'm glad to see that. Can you talk a little bit about how to write effective sales ad copy for Facebook ads if you have the time? Yeah. So Facebook ads. Here's kind of the gist of it. And as far as the structure of the copy, go to my Facebook page and you can see how I structure the top part. But usually the first part, you want to ask an engaging or bold type of question. So if you're selling like for me, it's like my digital marketing school, I would say something like, are you tired of working your 9 to 5? That's a bold statement, right? Tired of working your 9 to 5 job. That's the first thing you would want to open it with. Capture their attention first, right? So inside of that, then all you do is you build, some quick info right after that. So you ask a bold question, you give them a quick solution, and then you put in your links, and then you put in some more descriptive details at the bottom because you want all of it. So that's basically what you need to understand is you want all of your most important information at the top. So if you're doing a sale or if you have a link that you want to include in the text, you want all of that closest to the top so that way it shows up before they have to click that more button. Then below that, you're going to have your headline and then your newsfeed link description, right? So the headline should say something along the lines of, limited time offer, or it should have some sort of scarcity involved with it, right? You shouldn't have in your actual headline, you should try to always use scarcity. If you can't use scarcity in it or you have to use something else, you want to make it another type of bold statement or just the solution itself to the issue, or specifically a specific detail about an event, something like that. Newsfeed link description, you literally just put in a little bit more info about the actual event or sale or promotion or product you're trying to sell. And remember that doesn't show up on mobile. It only shows up on desktop, and you should keep it probably under about 100 to 150 characters at the most, so that way it actually shows up on the screen. As far as the image itself, you want to use as minimal text as possible. Sometimes a lot of text is okay, but for the most part, you want to use minimal text. If you're doing something that's heavily product related, then obviously just do a lot of pictures or images of the product itself. If you're doing something more service related, that's a little harder. So you want to do things more like lifestyle type images. So for example, with an attorney, maybe a guy talking to a family that seems, upset or something like that, something to make it appealing. And then you throw a little bit of text on there. And it should be very, very short and sweet, to the point, not a ton of description. If your text is more than 15–20%, you're doing a little bit too much text. So I hope that helps, Jose. That's a brief, description of how to write effective sales ad copy. But really, you just need to plan out each part. And then the best thing I can tell you to do, Jose, is look at people like myself. Look at people like Ty Lopez. Look at people like Alex Becker. Nick Singal, who else? Anoop Patel, or not Anoop. What's his name? Neil Patel. Look at those guys and actually go to their Facebook page, go to their website, so that way they'll retarget you on Facebook. But look at that's what I do. When I want to learn about newer trends, I go to a bunch of the big guys who are doing it. I go to big corporations that are doing it, like some of the best advertisers like Nike. Gatorade, people who are doing stuff like that, and I see what their ad copy is. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. All you need to do is figure out what's working right now. So go to the big guys who are spending the millions and millions and millions of dollars running ads every single month, every week, and figure out what they're doing. Let them do the testing for you. That's what a lot of people mess up on, is they try to go out and pioneer making Facebook ads when there's tons of ads out there already that'll show you what exactly you need to be doing to get effective reach. Go look and find posts that have tons of, like, thousands of likes or engagements or comments or shares, stuff like that. That's good. It's going to show you right there what's effective and what's not. So just do some perusing through Facebook, try and find ads. Do a quick Google search how to find or Facebook ads only. I believe you can actually go to Discover and find it that way now. But there's a couple different ways where you can actually get your feed on your desktop to just show you ads that have been run before. So you can check that out. But what do you recommend? Do I reach them online or personally? I do a mixture of both, Milton. So I start off with online because I'm not going to waste my time driving to their location, the gas money, the car deterioration. You know, I'm not going to waste all of that to go meet them if they're just flat out not interested. So I'll usually try to touch them online first, send them a Facebook message with the audit in it, send them an email with the audit in it. Then I wait like 3 days, I resend it, then I wait like 7 days, and then I call, and then if they, you know, completely blow me off, then I might drop by if I'm really, really interested in working with them. And I'll drop by a copy of the audit, and then if they don't do anything past that, you move on. You drop them. You don't waste time on clients that aren't going to do anything for you or that aren't going to buy your products. That's the biggest thing. But what's going to help you the most is knowing how to qualify those clients before you even start reaching out to them. You need to know whether it's going to be a good client for you or a potential client for you or not. If you're going out there and just targeting anybody, you're not going to be able to like, you won't just land any business out there and say, okay, or you won't just, you know, select 15 businesses and say, okay, well, I'm going to go after all 15 of these. No, you need to actually look at their online presence. You need to look at their business itself, try and determine, are they doing well? Are they kind of in the crapper right now? You know, what is making their business tick? Do you have any ways that you can actually help them? Or are you just going to be, you know, showing them some quick solutions that aren't going to be necessarily effective and won't get them any, you know, return on their investment? You have to make sure it's not out of their budget. There's so many different things. So, you know, really qualifying the customers is going to be the biggest thing that you can do. So let's talk a little bit, because I wanted to briefly touch on this, and it's scaling your industry or scaling your business. We've talked about building multiple streams of revenue via Bitcoin. That's a great one. If you guys didn't hear the portion on Bitcoin, wait till this video uploads, and you're definitely going to want to go back and get on that, because we're literally about to double our money for free. Bitcoin is going to give us all free money. I cannot wait for that. Like, literally, I'm going to make like 5 to 10 grand here in the next 2 weeks to do nothing. So I'm pretty excited about that. If you guys are interested, again, just rewind when we upload this to YouTube and you can check that out. But we talked about that. We talked about building a blog or vlog. Now, how do you scale your agency? Well, the way you scale your agency is to start outsourcing content, outsourcing social media management, outsourcing email management, just outsourcing. That's it. That's how you grow your agency. You can't be the one running your agency and running the marketing ads and writing the blogs and creating the images and the video and editing the video. You know, there's just way too much for you to do to try and take all of this on yourself. So what I recommend doing is, when you get your first customer who's paying around, or when you start generating at least a revenue stream of around $4,000 to $5,000 a month, that's really when you'll be able to start outsourcing and be able to afford it, and be able to afford to pay yourself, and be able to you know, put some money back into the business and pay taxes, all of the other expenses. But I recommend around $4,000 to $5,000 is when you start doing that for yourself, and then start putting together a full-on team. We have a whole video on Facebook, or on YouTube, sorry, about outsourcing and setting up outsourcing. Well, not setting up outsourcing, but, you know, what platform you can look at, how outsourcing kind of works. But that's the cool thing about my course. If you guys aren't in that, you're going to want to check out the course. We have a whole outsourcing section where I uploaded, you know, my training videos, what I did for my VAs, how I trained them to do things. We uploaded, let me see, what else did we do? We uploaded a bunch of different videos on how to find people to hire, what countries to hire from, how much you should be paying, stuff like that. So That's all in the course, but outsourcing is really what has taken me to the next level and allowed me to have more free time. I find myself sometimes, like, I'll have certain days where I'm sitting there and I've finished up all my stuff for the week, and I'm sitting there feeling like I have to do something because I'm used to always doing something. But over the last couple of weeks, over the last few weeks with my team just being almost fully complete now. I have people running ads, I have people building copy, writing blogs, proofreading, email marketing, basically almost everything now, except for SEO. And well, I even have PPC, but it's not really an outsource, more of a contractor that I use. But that has given me so much free time now to be able to start focusing on things that really matter for my business to really help them scale. And that's what you guys have to be able to do, is get to the point where you're able to outsource, and then outsource effectively, where you build a team. Like, I've basically built a team. These people, like 4 of them are in the Philippines and they work for me. And we're a team now. We have weekly meetings. Like every Sunday at 10 a.m. we have a meeting to go over what's coming up for the content for this week and next week and the week after. So, we're getting more and more legitimate every single week, and that's what I love. I'm so excited. My business is growing. It's doing really well. People are loving the content and the product that I'm putting out. My agency clients are happy. They're seeing results. So I'm super happy with where everything is going, and I'm trying to tell you guys that you can do the exact same thing with your agencies. And with your personal lives, with starting, multiple streams of revenue. All of that stuff is attainable for you guys too. You just have to start putting in the effort. It took me some time. It took me about a year to get where I'm at now, and even now I'm not 100% happy with where I'm at. I want to be further along, but that'll happen here pretty soon. So, that was a lot. I'm going to wrap up tonight because I have another video I'm going to go shoot, and then let's see, I'm shooting ClickFunnels videos this week. I'm shooting all kinds of stuff this week. So I'm really excited for this, guys. I can't wait to see you guys. If you guys are jumping in the course here over Halloween, I'm super excited for you guys to jump in the course. Did I disappear? I think I disappeared. I'm not sure if I disappeared. My page just reloaded for some reason. Oh, nope, we're still here. Okay, cool. I'm super excited to see you guys in the course here pretty soon. I don't know why my page just reloaded. That was really, really weird. If you guys can't see me, let me know, so that way I'm aware at least. But I think we're rolling here. So, like I said, I'm going to wrap up. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, all of my links for social media are below. We have free Facebook ads training in the links below. We have our Halloween promo coming out tomorrow. You guys don't miss that. It's $100 off. The first student to sign up gets my help landing their first client with their digital marketing audit, their proposal, what to say in the sales meeting, all of that. The next 4 students get a 20-minute free consultation. Again, free Facebook ads training, free Facebook free Facebook digital marketing help group in the link below. Blog channel has tons of free info. We're doing an SEO series. There's so much free info, guys. Don't miss out on it. It's all free. So why would you want to miss out on free? Take advantage of that. Get involved. Get involved with a group. You guys can do this just as easily as I can, just as easily as Sen has been able to, just as easily as a bunch of other, like we just had a student who landed a $15,000 website design project plus a $3,000 a month contract. We had another student who landed a $1,600 a month email marketing contract. All he's doing is email marketing for $1,600 a month. There's so much money to be made, guys. I'm telling you, stop waiting because you're missing out. Don't wait on the Bitcoin. All of y'all who waited on digital marketing, don't wait on Bitcoin because you're missing out on tons of money to be made. Like, if you want more information about Bitcoin, ask me. We'll talk after this. But for now, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I hope to see you guys in the course tomorrow for Halloween. Happy Halloween to you guys. But I'm going to talk to you guys on the flip side. Serial Entrepreneur out.